Good morning, students. Welcome to your business studies class 12th. We are continuing with chapter number 10, financial market, and the topics which we are going to cover today is dematerialization and SEBI. And there will be only video lecture, no PDF today. Submit your doubts and queries at the class email ID. Starting with dematerialization and depositories, you know that all the trading in securities is done through computer terminals only. कोई भी ट्रांजेक्शन्स बाइंग और सेलिंग ऑफ सिक्योरिटीज़ अब हमारा फिजिकल फॉर्म में नहीं होती. इट इज़ डन थ्रू योर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक बुक एंट्री फ्रॉम कंप्यूटर्स. So this is mainly done to eliminate the problem of theft, fake, forged transfers, transfer delays and your paperwork. इन सारी चीज़ों की प्रॉब्लम्स के लिए हमने उसको अवॉइड करने के लिए वी हैव स्टार्टेड बाइंग एंड सेलिंग ऑफ सिक्योरिटीज़ थ्रू योर कंप्यूटर्स सो दैट the sharing of certificates debentures can be not done in the physical form, they are done through a computerized form. So we can say dematerialization refers to the holding of securities in your electronic form. This is the basic definition, so that all your securities can be held in the electronic form and not in the physical form. So for this, the investor has to open a demat account which is with an organization or any bank, you can say, which is called as your depository. Even your initial public offers, that are IPOs, are issued in a dematerialized form, and more the 90% of the turnover is settled by your delivery in a demat form only. What all are the benefits of doing the transaction in a dematerialized form? So the benefits can be that you are holding your shares in a demat account will be very convenient, just like your bank account, so that your shares can be converted into electronic form, and from the electronic form they can convert it back to the physical form. This process is called as your dematerialization. And these your demat securities can be even mortgaged to get your loans, and whenever you required any cash preferences, so it can be transferred into your cash also. Moreover, there is no danger of any losses or theft, forgery of your share certificates. Also, it reduces your paperwork. It is a broker's responsibility only to credit the correct number of shares to the investor's account. आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कम हो जाती है और ब्रोकर्स की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी इस केस में इंक्रीज हो जाती है. Moreover, the securities of the different companies can be held in a single demat account. If we talk about working of a demat system, it is similar to that which we have done in your trading procedure in a स्टॉक एक्सचेंज. उसमें भी हम एक डीपी बनाते हैं, एक पार्टिसिपेंट होता है जो कि हमारा एजेंट होता है, जिसको हम ब्रोकर भी कह सकते हैं, एनी फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज ऑफ द कंपनी, और इट कैन बी एनी बैंक. एंड देन we can file after opening your this account, demat account, by giving your PAN card details, your photograph, your address proof, your residential proofs. Then that physical certificates will be given to the DP along with the request form for dematerialization. Then your IPOs are issued in your demat account only, and it would be automatically be credited to the demat account. If the shares are to be sold, then broker will be taking care of that, and your DP must be instructed how to carry out all the transactions. Everything has to be clearly mentioned with the number of shares sold, etc, etc. And along with your given instructions to the DP, the delivery of shares will be made to the stock exchange. The broker then will receive the payment, and the person for the share sold. All these transactions has to be done and completed within 2 days of delivery, जिसको हम T+2 का cycle बोलते हैं. T here stands for your transaction date plus 2 days of plus amount. So it has to be done with T+2 days, and it is started since April 2003. The next topic is your constituents of depository system. अब depository system में क्या क्या दो constituents होते हैं. First is your depository, जिसको हम एक apex organization बोलते हैं, या कोई भी unit हो गया depository system के अंदर, और जो कि हमारा बैंक की तरह काम करता है. It is just like a bank where depositor या फिर कोई भी investor can deposit their money and withdraw the money or securities. And another is your depository participants. डिपॉजिटरी पार्टिसिपेंट आपका कौन हो गया? आपके एजेंट्स हो गए, जिसके साथ आप सारी अपनी ऑनलाइन ट्रांजेक्शन स्टॉक एक्सचेंज में करते हैं. इट इज़ अ एजेंट फॉर द डिपॉजिटरी जो इन्वेस्टर होता है वो डायरेक्टली अपने डिपॉजिटरी के साथ इंटरेक्ट करता है, उसको सारी इंस्ट्रक्शंस देता है, और जो भी सारी डीलिंग्स होती हैं आपकी शेयर्स की वो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक फॉर्म में कौन करेगा? आपका डीपी। Okay class, the next topic which we are going to cover is your SEBI. Full form of SEBI is Securities Exchange Board of India. It was set up in 1988 to regulate the function of securities in the market. कब सेटअप हुई थी? 1988 में, जिससे कि जो हमारी स्टॉक मार्केट की जो सिक्योरिटीज़ थी उसके फंक्शंस को रेगुलेट करने की. It promotes orderly and healthy development in the stock exchange, as you can say stock market. But initially अगर हम उसको देखें तो सेबी का काम ये था कि it was like a watchdog to observe the activities. But कई मतलब ट्रांजेक्शन्स माल प्रैक्टिसेस होने लगी, कई फ्रॉडुलेंट और फेक चीज़ें ट्रांजेक्शन्स होने लगी. सो इन मे 1992 सेबी was granted a legal status, and it is a body, corporate body you can say, which is having a legal existence and a perpetual succession. So the reasons for the establishment of SEBI was a lot of malpractices was done and started in the stock exchange, such as price rigging, unofficial premium on new issues of securities, delay in delivery of shares, violation of rules and regulations of stock exchange, and some listing requirements. So, in order to avoid this situation, SEBI took the control and initiative of regulating and stop all these malpractices. And because of these malpractices, जो customers थे, they have started losing their interest and faith in the stock exchange. So government की duty थी कि in order to decide up an agency or a regulatory body which is known as SEBI, so that all these things can be taken care of. So let's talk about the purpose and role of SEBI. It was done to keep a check on the malpractices of the interest of investors. Coming to the objectives, what all are the objectives of SEBI? First is to regulate the activities of stock exchange. स्टॉक एक्सचेंज की एक्टिविटीज़ को रेगुलेट करने के लिए सेबी वॉज सेटअप. नेक्स्ट इज टू प्रोटेक्ट द राइट्स ऑफ द इन्वेस्टर्स एंड इंश्योरिंग द सेफ्टी टू देयर इन्वेस्टमेंट. नेक्स्ट इज टू प्रिवेंट द फ्रॉडुलेंट एंड माल प्रैक्टिसेस by having a balance between your self-regulation of the business and its statutory regulations. The last objective is to regulate and develop a code of conduct for intermediaries such as brokers, underwriters, etc. And if we come to the functions of SEBI, we have three basic functions. First is your protective functions, then is regulatory and developmental functions. प्रोटेक्टिव फंक्शंस में क्या सेबी का काम रहता है कि वो प्राइस रिगिंग को चेक करे, जो भी चीज़ें इनसाइडर ट्रेडिंग हो रही है उसको प्रोहिबिट करे. इनसाइडर ट्रेडिंग इज़ नोन एज कि जो भी कंपनी के कोई डायरेक्टर्स हो गए या कोई प्रमोटर्स हो गए, वो सिक्योरिटीज़ की सेंसिटिव इन्फॉर्मेशन, इंटरनल इन्फॉर्मेशन उनको पता होती है, तो उसके बेसिस पे वो ट्रेडिंग करते हैं सिक्योरिटीज़ की इन ऑर्डर टू गेट मोर प्रॉफिट, जिसकी वजह से जो आम पब्लिक होती है, जो नॉर्मल पब्लिक होती है, उसको प्रॉफिट मार्जिन्स कम हो जाते हैं. नेक्स्ट इज सेबी प्रोहिबिट्स फ्रॉडुलेंट एंड अनफेयर ट्रेड प्रैक्टिसेस. कोई भी मिसलीडिंग स्टेटमेंट्स, कोई भी सेल परचेज फेक तरीके से सेबी के अंडर नहीं हो सकते. So these are the protective functions. Next is your developmental functions. So the functions were performed by SEBI in order to promote and develop the activities in the stock exchange so that the increase in the businesses can be done. And under the developmental categories, we have some other functions that are also performed by SEBI. That is, they provide training of intermediaries, they provide internet trading also, underwriting optionals are done in order to reduce the cost of issue of certificates, and even the initial public offers, that are your IPOs in the primary market, is permitted through the stock exchange. And next, if we talk about the regulatory function, it frames rules and regulations so that to have a better code of conduct and to regulate the intermediaries. Next is to register and regulate the intermediaries, to provide the mutual funds to the intermediaries and register and regulate them. Moreover, they regulate and take over the companies also. SEBI conducts and inquires and audit the stock exchange time to time. So these are basic three functions of SEBI, that is your protective functions, developmental functions, and regulatory functions. Class, with this we have completed our chapter number 10. I request you to please go through all the points and all the topics in chapter number 10. If you have any problem, please send your doubts and queries to the class email ID. Thank you and have a nice day.